Good morning again, my friends. This is, I think this is going to be the final video for today. One more thing that I would like to point out to most people that are used to the all politicians lie. Well, there are lies and then there are lies. We have to make a difference, right? If you're in a crowded theater and you yell, fire, fire, that's one kind of lie, right? Now, if you're in the same theater and you yell, free popcorn outside, that doesn't create panic. So it regularly doesn't hurt people unless there's a lot of homeless, starving people inside, maybe, but it doesn't really harm anybody. You know, there are lies that are harmful, and then there are lies that are just, you know, uh, I forgot my homework. The dog ate it. Okay. You know, that just uh, excuses your lack of responsibility. Are we on the same track? I hope so. Okay. Now, when you have a politician that says uh, jobs are up by 20% when they're actually up by 18 or 15. You have a 5% difference. It's a lie, not very big. But if you have a politician come up and say, we have unemployment at unheard of numbers. It's incredible. We are going down. That creates panic. And it is similar to yelling fire, fire on a theater because it sets people in motion because people feel that they have to do something, that there is an imminent threat. And therein is where the problem lies. Okay. So, and therein lies the problem that you make people feel like they have to do something. This is the reason why, in a truly educated and democratic country, you must have some kind of fact check when politicians get on stage. A politician that does not want to be fact checked, nor that is capable of accepting that he or she misspoke, or that, well, I had a different perspective. I'm sorry. Because we're human, right? The person that will not accept their mistakes are tyrants. People like Castro, like Putin, like Maduro. And lately we have our own little example of that, which is Trump. Okay? Let's be real. When somebody doesn't want to be fact checked, especially when he claims so many lies that set people in motion that want, oh, we have to do something. We're being invaded. That's like crying fire in a theater. It is a crime, not just fraud, but it is a crime against the people of the United States. Why? I'm going to tell you why. Because now that immigrants are invading the United States, my neighbors, the people who live around me, don't look at me the same. Now, all of a sudden, I have to prove that I am one of the good ones. I used to be one of the good ones. When I left my house, my apartment, I went to work, I drove, whatever. People saw me, they said, hey, that's an American citizen. Now they look at me, and guess what they do? The first freaking thing they do, where are you from? It's none of your freaking business. We used to have a proper way of saying hi, which is, oh, hi, I am Alejandro Mayorta. What is your name? Or may I have your name, please? And then they give you your name. And then you start a conversation. And in that conversation, usually, well, I'm living in Texas, or I came from Texas, uh, or from New York, or I was born here in, whatever state you're in. But that has changed. And it has changed because a particular politician decided to create an environment of fear, fear against United States citizens. I served, I went to the military only so that now, due to this criminal, people will now look at me and question whether I have a right to be here or not. I will not tolerate that. When people ask me that, I am very rude to them. I'm not going to say the ways, but it's because that has changed. And when people start being rude to me, then I'm going to be rude right back. It's none of your business where I'm from. Oh, how rude. No, you're rude. You're supposed to say your name and then ask me for my name and then see if I want to establish a conversation. You have no right to ask me where I'm from, but this, I understand, was started by a politician yelling, fire, fire, in a country that is already getting a lot of people concentrated in certain places. So it's hard to tolerate different cultures. I get that. But we were already there. And now we have Trump yelling fire, fire in the middle of the country. And we have a bunch of his henchmen saying the same thing. This is a fraud, it's crime, it is unethical. And anybody, because I was, oh, it must be God. No, it's not God. It's the other guy. Okay, let's be honest, because he's not bringing peace and love. No, he's bringing hatred. Hatred with no other motive than they're not like us. So and again, the problem is when every time you fact check their lies, which are the infrastructure to this panic motion that they have set up, they get upset because, of course, it's lies. You know, even think about this. Our country has 350 million people. If we have 20 million immigrants, that's not even 1%. If 1% of immigrants can destroy your country, well, then maybe we don't have a country to begin with, which I think we do. We have a very resilient country. In order to have a pompous politician, liar, come and be upset because he's fact checked. Who would follow that? Come on, guys. Let's get with it. All right? Trump does not deserve another term in office.